Hello once again. I might be a bit subdued because I am taking this video clip just after just a short while ago, hearing that my uncle, my father's brother, was nifter, passed away from the virus. So these words of Torah should be Le'ilu Nishmas Shmuel Ber Ben Shoshana Rezel. We are up to the beginning of the story of Yitzias Mitzrayim. We sang V'Yisha Amda. We're basically done the introductions, and now we really start with the story of going down to Mitzrayim. Maschil Bignus Mitzrayim Shvach. That means that we start off with the hard part, the low part, and then gets to the Geula, Mitzrayim Shvach, and then the happy ending. So we start off with the story that Halav and Arami. First, he wanted to destroy us. Hashem saved us from him. Then we went down to Mitzrayim, and it's important without getting into the diukim. And there's so much to be said on the lushaynus of the Haggadah, and there's so many verlich and so much. But this is not the forum where we could go into every line of the Haggadah. But just the basic concept, not to just run through these psukim without any comprehension. We have to understand what's going on over here and really make this part come alive. That we went down to Mitzrayim, as the Haggadah says, we went down. Yaakov and a small family, relatively speaking, 70 people, went down with plans of just being there for a short while. Yaakov only went down to visit there, and then one thing led to another, all with the hashgacha of the Bari Olam. That one thing led to another, that we got stuck there, and through tremendous, beyond teva, supernatural, went from 70 people to a couple of million in the course of 210 years. We became a goy gadol atzam, a great nation. We multiplied so much. And then starts the next part. Again, I have to understand this, not just say it, but understand it. The Mitzrayim really gave us a very, very hard time. And they killed the babies, and they killed the zcharim, and they made us build cities for no reason. It was terribly, terribly hard. And they worked Mitzrayim extremely hard. And then we get to a focal point, or what should be a focal point of the Seder, which is Vanitzak el Hashem Elokeinu Eloseinu. And when things got so bad, we cried out, we screamed out to Hashem. Hashem heard our voices. Hashem saw everything we were going through. In one of the Chassidish Haggadahs, it says that by Vanitzak, you should scream out the word Vanitzak and have in mind that it's a tremendous Eis Ratzin, because we are teaching the next generation of Klal Yisrael that this is our power. This is what we do when times get rough. When times get rough, we scream out, and this is a major part of our Messiah. This is not just a side thing. Like we said, the entire Yitzias Mitzrayim, the entire Sipur Yitzias Mitzrayim on Seder night is to give over the Yesodus of who we are and the Yesodus of our Amunah. And the Haggadah is telling us that this is a Yesod of our Amunah, that when things get tough, what do? We scream out to Hashem. And therefore it's a tremendous Eis Ratzon, and one should take advantage of this moment and have in mind for any tzara, any personal need that he has, to scream out to Hashem. And I want to tell you something fascinating for this year in particular. In Ramat Yisrael Solomon's Haggadah, he brings down, in his Vad, he brought down the pasuk, Hasiresi miseva shechma kabedud havana batzara karasa va'achal tzeka enche b'seisaram. It's a pasuk we say in the Shir Shal Yom. The pasuk, and Rashi on the pasuk in Tehillim says that this is referring to our crying out in Yitzias Mitzrayim. Hasiresi miseva shechma, when the Mitzrayim worked us very hard. Batzara karasa v'achal tzeka. In Batzara, in the midst of the tzara, karasa, you called out v'achal tzeka, and I helped you out. Encha, this is Hashem saying, encha b'seiser ram. I answered you. In b'seiser means in hiding, ram with a thunder. What does that mean? Encha b'seiser ram. Says Rashi. You called out to me in hiding, just you yourself. There was no minion, there was no big kinnis, there was no atzeres. They weren't able to do that in Mitzrayim. They davened in the privacy, maybe while they were working, in the privacy of their own home. That's all they were able to do. Ram. Hashem says, I answered you with a ram, with a mighty answer to your davening, which was B'Seiser. In Mitzrayim, we had no choice but to daven B'Seiser, but that there's something unique about and something special about that tefillah that comes B'Seiser, that banitzak, that crying out to Hashem, that comes B'Seiser. And that was the tefillah in Mitzrayim. And obviously, this year we have a tefillah, and it looks like on Pesach we're going to be having a tefillah on Pesach that is mamish like the tefillah in Mitzrayim. We should be zeicha that we should have the same. We should daven b'seiser like our fathers did in Mitzrayim, and HaKadosh Baruch Hu should answer us like He answered us in Mitzrayim.